This has to be one of the biggest Uno reversals of our time.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
Promises made, promises not kept. As of course, what in the world happened here? As we are going to be doing our best to understand these series of events that are extremely troubling for America, as of course there's a lot of little nuanced things to pick up on that we've been following and studying and researching for an extremely long time that truly do highlight a very nefarious situation that probably is a lot worse off than you actually thought it was. As we have old videos, we have new promises, we have new documents, we have new things that are laid right in front of us that highlight the cacophony of crap and the destruction of political discourse in this country that I think there's no going back from this particular moment in time. As the things that are afoot now are really bad, really seedy, and guess what? They're about to get that much worse. We're going to be talking about that and a lot more. So subscribe, click the notification button. We always appreciate all of the people that spend time with us, as it looks like a lot of people have been bamboozled. A lot of influencers that I think were meant to go down with the ship. As we were told, this was just phase one of old redacted information that was already public that we got as phase one. And then we were told there's going to be phase two. We were told there's going to be documents. We were told that there was lists, there was truckloads. And now we're told, shut up, conspiracy theorist. How dare you question the government's official version of events that now line up with, we will release the Epstein list. We just need more time. We have to, quote, protect the victims. Oh, those victims. No, those victims. Oh, no. I guess they meant the predators by accident. I don't know. Maybe it was a clerical error. I don't know at this time. Oh, the list is on my desk. And bada bing, bada boom, there is no list, which is absolutely disgusting. As of course, this reporting from Axios here. A lot of people just didn't want to believe it. A lot of people last night, when I was looking at all the comments and all the information, they were saying, oh, no, it's fake. It's fake news. It's not true. It can't be true. It is true. And wake up, Buttercup. Smell the coffee, because there's some big things to really realize here that are not convenient, that are not easy to swallow the pill of. No client list. Took himself out. No coincidences here. Yeah, right. And again, the commentary from these individuals that are a part of all of this, specifically Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, are really, really perplexing here. As truly, a logical type of conclusion here is that the cover-up is way underway, and it's far more sinister than what we even know it to be. I mean, this was Kash Patel on the Benny Johnson show not so long ago, okay? This was when they were still on the campaign trail, and this is what we were told.
You know, it's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? Oh,
I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I got to get to that.
Yeah.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator.
Yeah. By the way, this was after Kash Patel was the director of national intelligence. Okay, so if there's anyone who's connected to all the intelligences and knew where the bodies were buried, it's him. Okay, he knew.
That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, largest scale pederast in human history?
Great question. A question that I would say needs to be asked right now.
Well, because of who's on that list. You don't think that Bill Gates is lobbying Congress night and day to prevent the disclosure of that list? And why?
Yeah. And guess what? He lobbied successfully. And then who did he lobby to? The person in charge. Who's the person in charge? You. Dan Bongino, Pam Bondi. And let's be honest, Donald Trump wouldn't allow this to happen. He wouldn't allow his administration, his top people to be soiled and soil themselves on national television and on the national public like they are right now without his expressed written consent and consent. So clearly, it's fair to assume here that these guys aren't acting on their accord, destroying Trump's reputation. Trump has an impact on this because otherwise he would say something. And it's pretty clear from all the people that I talked to, Trump gave the orders. And these people are just following the orders.
Why is it that the Senate, and good for Senator Blackburn to try to get it out, but then Dick Durbin comes over the top and says, no, we're not going to release the names. I don't care about the list itself, but he released the names, right?
Yeah. Release the names. There's a bunch of them. We already know a bunch. They're all big Kamala Harris supporters. They're all billionaires. A lot of them are billionaires. A lot of them are very powerful tycoons in tech and Silicon Valley. Yeah.
What the hell are the House Republicans doing?
Great question. I love that question. What are you Republicans doing? We're going to play the rest of that clip. Before we do it, we got to pay the bills around here, so we got to tell you about some of the great, amazing products that we have here. One of the products that I carry with me on my road trips is creatine. It's put in a little white baggie, so it looks not as appealing as it does here. As of course, we have 2 months servings here. I was reading studies yesterday that talk about how women's ovaries are actually improved through the intake of creatine. Now, again, look into your own studies here, but this stuff is, again, lots of really incredible stuff. It's not just for your muscles, it's for your brain. The positive studies now coming out that I was reading yesterday with women's ovaries. How in the world is that interconnected? Well, it is. There's a lot of stuff significantly highlighting how when you increase creatine intake, a lot of your bodily function starts to really operate in ways that are next level. I made sure to source the best ones. We're sourcing ours from Europe. No fillers, no nonsense. Lots of other companies, they're like, look at this big tub we give you. They just put a bunch of crap in there, okay? Lots of companies from China being like, just put all the crappy stuff in there. We don't do that. We have a reputation to uphold here. We got to make sure our product is legit and it's good. If it's not, our whole, this is not a branded, this is our company. This is our reputation online here. And I made sure, all the women in my life, I'm like, have you been taking creatine? Take some creatine. And I can't recommend it enough, especially for women. We are Change.shop, 2 month supply. Once you get it, you're going to love it, especially when it comes to the cognitive performance. As you can see here, I went from doing like 1 video a day, like that's highly edited, produced, and all this other stuff, to doing like 5 to 10. Okay, how do I do that? Creatine. It really has been the biggest game changer for me personally. Let's play the rest of this clip here because I think it's important to play here. The director of the FBI, who in the making of this video wasn't the director of the FBI, but was the former DNI head.
They have the majority. You can't get the list? You're going to accept Dick Durbin's word or whoever that guy is as to who is on that list and who isn't, and that it can and can't be released? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are. We have an election coming up, and we need...
Yeah. 100%. Let us know. Let us know who these predators are in our current society walking around scot-free right now, hurting thousands of children, and have the means and the ways to get away with it. Tell me who they are, Cash.
We need to adjudicate this matter at the polls. God knows the FBI and DOJ aren't going to do anything.
Yes, go to the polls. We did. And then we voted for the people that promised us, overwhelmingly, we're going to get the Epstein list. We'll do it for you guys. We promise we will. Not happening.
But how are you going to reward the FBI with a new headquarters building after their illegal surveillance on Donald Trump continues with a reauthorization of FISA, and we can't even get basic documents out? This is why America hates Congress. And this is why I'm tired of the Republican majority saying they're going to get the job done and failing.
Whoa. Now, someone send that clip to Cash. Because that's exactly how I feel right now. But I'm mad at Cash for doing this, okay? How can you not? These are the people that are responsible for all of this. These are the people in charge right now. As, again, we were told, these victims, and then Kash Patel was like, we're not going to hurt the victims here. Well, no, you just screwed the victims over royally, okay? And we saw Pam Bondi Be like, oh, we're not going to rush this thing. And Kash Patel, we're not going to rush this thing. We're going to protect the victims. No. As Tim Pool puts it, now, when they say victim, are they talking about the adult child predators who were being blackmailed? Is that the ones who they're talking about here? Now, I have an explanation to what's happening here. Now, even DC Drano, the guy who, of course, was in the beginning clip here, I think this guy was played, man. I disagree with some of his takes here, especially, you know, with some of the things that he does. And some of the money that he takes. But listen, this is what he had to say about this, and I think this is an important aspect to kind of ascertain here, because this goes into some of the theories of what I think is going on here. My theory here is pretty dark, but it's pretty realistic, and it goes along with what we've been saying. We've been saying, you're not going to get the Epstein list. After a certain point, after I saw the writing on the wall, I was like, we're not getting it. In the beginning, I was like, they're telling us they're going to do it. I know some of these people. They're reputable. And now they just destroy their reputations. DC Drano says, assuming this leaked Epstein file is true, and again, the cope here. It's fake. It's fake. It's not real. No, Daddy Trump wouldn't do this to us. No. Yeah, it's real. Okay? Wake up, smell the coffee. If it's true. Of course it's true. All right? Of course it's true. He says, then we all know this is a shameful cover-up to protect the most heinous elites. Yes, it is. Exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Stop trying to save like this kind of notion of how you had life previously. Wake up to the truth, brother. Quote, we were told multiple times the files would be released, and now it looks like backroom deals have been made to keep them hidden. Exactly. You're telling me the only publicly known client list was a member of the UK royal family, and this blackmail operation didn't cascade down to all levels of business and political power? Yeah. You're telling me that? Yeah, get out of here. No way. We all know Epstein has a long client list of powerful household names. The Prime Minister of Israel is one of them. And now the entire country can see that there are 3 tiers of justice in this country. The MAGA tier, where they were peaceful Trump supporters, get raided by the FBI and thrown into solitary confinement for protesting rigged elections. 2, the Democrat tier, where most crimes are given a slap on the wrist or ignored. 3, the elite adult predator tier, where the most disgusting predators get protected by the government as long as they're rich enough. This is unsustainable and stomps a muddy boot on our Constitution and the rule of law. Let's see if this leaked memo ends up being, it is accurate. Goodness gracious, let's see if it's accurate, please. I don't want this to be accurate. It's going to be accurate. If it is, then it's a shameful chapter in our country's history. It's a shameful chapter in Donald Trump's history and his legacy. Okay? That's the real truth here. Now, we were also given a reported 11-hour video talking about, here's one of the entrances to the hallways. Not his cell. Not his cell. One of the hallways to his cell. Mother truckers. And again, there's multiple ways to get in there. All right? All right? I want to see the full schematics. I want to see the full grid, because like, there's other ways of getting in there. Okay? Oh. Here's the hallway. Look, it confirms it. Get the F out of here. Okay? We're not going to believe a word you say because you lied to us every step of the way here. And look at the hallway here. This clearly proves it. Yeah, sorry. This doesn't really prove jack squat. Okay? And then we have other people saying, the cameras were down and the guards fell asleep. That was the official story. That's what they told us. They told us. Oh, listen. It was a whole cacophony of coincidences. We just failed every step of the way here. The guards fell asleep. His roommate left the cell, which he wasn't supposed to, and he was supposed to be there with him because they were specifically on a watch to make sure that he wasn't going to hurt himself. Oh, the first time he hurt himself. Oh, that was actually strangling. Oh, he actually did try to hurt himself. Oh, he's actually in the cell. Oh, he's with these paper towel sheets. And then he took himself out and broke his neck in multiple places that are inconsistent of a hanging. Huh? How did all that work out? As we were told, there's no videotapes. And then we had Bill Barr, the Attorney General, who was connected to Epstein, whose father gave Epstein his start, say, I saw the video. Nothing to see here. Don't worry, guys. No conspiracy here. And now, And now, here we go. The cameras are down, the guards fell asleep. Oh, AI video just becomes good enough to look real. And now, never mind, here's 10 hours of video footage. Listen, I'm sorry, but I don't buy this. I don't buy this at all. This is a failed cover-up effort, and it's a disgusting act that's a slap in the face to anyone who's paying attention and anyone who knows how to read and write, all right? As Mike Benz points out, Alex Acosta, Trump's former administration member in his first administration, talked about, and he's the one who gave Jeffrey Epstein the sweetheart deal of a lifetime. He's quoted as saying that he was told to back off Epstein because he belonged to intelligence. As now, his 11-month-old DOJ emails to him in that time period, they just disappeared. So have a lot of the records surrounding Mr. Epstein. They just disappeared. Jack Posobiec here comes out. He was also given one of the binders here, as people point out here. If there's no client list, not even Prince Andrew was a client then? Come on. Bill Clinton didn't fly on Epstein's plane 26 times, as the Hodge twins mentioned here. He says, when will Pam Bondi be filing to unseal the Epstein files from the criminal cases? Yeah. When will that happen? Guess what? Never. Because we are a part of a criminal cover-up conspiracy. And that's literally what we're dealing with here. Now, what in the world happened here? Again, we got more crazy clips of these people just destroying their reputations. Now, let's explain to the world what happened here, okay? Donald Trump, he's a deal maker, right? He likes to make deals. The biggest deals that were being made in Washington, D.C. were these compromise efforts. And again, the Chinese are into it. That's why they have Fang Fang. That's why they have all these like massage places all over Washington, D.C. with hidden cameras everywhere. This was an intel operation top down, okay? Trump gets into political office. Two scenarios play out here. And listen, from all the accounts that I'm hearing, this is the most likely one. We could give some credence to Trump. We'll try to give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt here. But let's talk about this honestly. What in the world happened here? Donald Trump comes into political power, and he gets this magical ring. He has this ring of Sauron. It's like, here, you get to extort all these politicians and senators and members of Congress. You get to tell them what to do. All these Silicon Valley tech guys, yeah. Look, you see all these hard drives and tapes. We have them of abusing small children that we set up, that we gave them small children that your tax dollars paid for, procuring small children through the banking system that, by the way, didn't follow any rules and regulations. Yeah, you know how we rigged this whole system and wasted away thousands of children and abused them? Yeah, that event, yeah. We have it here. Here, Trump. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to use it to wield political power? Are you going to put the ring of Sauron on? Oh, you're putting it on. Or are you going to put it into the fire? Or what are you going to do? What are you going to do there? What's the action? What's the decision? What are you going to do? And listen, let's just be honest with ourselves. This is the likely scenario, and this is what we're hearing from all my sources. Well, ring's on. I got the hard drives. I got the compromise. I got the power. That's a very not nice situation because it's evil. It's evil. It's Luciferian, diabolical, satanic evil. To know we could get justice for those thousands of children. We could stop thousands of children from being hurt from now on. But I'm not going to do that to empower myself. That's what happened here. Like it or not, that's what happened here. And that is horrible. And that is terrifying. Because when people are capable of making those type of decisions of, yeah, thousands of children, let's destroy them. Let's take their existences. Let's take their innocence. That's demonic. That is evil. Top-notch evil. Now, scenario two, if you want to give Trump the benefit of the doubt, which, again, I'm hearing from everyone that I'm talking to, this is not the scenario here. But listen, if you're Donald Trump, you have shown that you no longer give any more Fs, okay? You're Donald Trump. You're the president of the United States, and this is why I don't think this theory is true, okay? Third possible theory could be Elon's right, and Elon was like, yeah, you're on, and I don't believe that, because there's circumstantial evidence providing that's not true. But what if there is compromise on Donald Trump? And the intel agencies came to Donald Trump and said, look, and I don't believe that because look at the way that they waged legal lawfare against him. But again, this is, you got to explore our theories here, and you got to be intellectually honest. Let's explore all the possibilities here. Intel agencies go to Trump, and they're like, look, buddy, look over here. We got you. I don't buy that. I just don't buy that. I don't buy it. And they're like, look, you work for us now. Either way, you're dealing with a regime that's hijacked, that's taken over. Either way, you're dealing with a set of circumstances and situations where government's gone. The government is gone. The government is no longer serving you. It is serving the interests of the elites. It is serving the interests of the predators out there that are still hurting small children. Again, there's no excusing this.
But in this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to...
Yeah, you do. Oh, how sweet of you, honey. How great. You have it all. Nice. Oh, wow. What did you do with that?
Be shocking.
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable. Let's talk about the reverse. I believe in accountability. So you have to now go through your process.
Yeah. Where's that accountability now? And I think we should hold this government accountable. If you agree, share this video. Get your wits about you. Get some creatine, really super top-notch stuff. My brain has been working so much better with this stuff. Look at all the studies. It is a miracle that I have been able to source it from where I've been able to source it. And I'm truly most proud of this particular product. So we are Change.shop. Don't lose your mind. Lots of people are losing their minds. It's just so disappointing. Like, we came to the conclusion after the kind of phase one. After phase one, I said, we're not getting them. Because, again, we were all gassed up. We were all lit up. We were like, we're going to get these predators in our society that are absolutely evil and calling the shots and ruling everything. They're finally going to get their day. They're finally going to get a day of justice. They're finally going to be held criminally responsible for hurting all those children. Finally. Nope. And it looks like this cover-up is continuing. And it's continuing in all the most awful, horrible, evil ways. Get this video out there. Spread the word. Spread the message. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange. Subscribe. I don't know why, but we lost like 911 subscribers. Literally, within the past few hours. I don't know how. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more.